So customer experience is what a customer says when someone asks them, what's it like to work with this company? It's the totality of everything, all of the touch points, all of the interactions, the way they feel about you. Now, I like to say that experience is everything. It's the #1 differentiator between your brand and every other brand. But here's the inverse of that. Everything is experience. Every touch point, every interaction, every phone call, every email, all of it together informs what people say or maybe don't say when they're asked about you. That is customer experience, and it is the most important thing for you to nail if you want people to come back and bring their friends.
It's so true, Brittany. I love how you described that.
Oh my gosh! Imagine meeting you here, Nate.
I heard the word customer experience and I had to pop into this conversation.
It's like Beetlejuice. If you say it enough times, Nate just pops up.
CX. So yeah, I mean, customer experience, my goodness. I like to talk about it as being the way that we make people's lives better and easier.
Yes.
And it's such an opportunity to do that because, I mean, if we think about all the friction that's out there and we're trying to bring peace and harmony into the world. And so this is our ability to take these friction-filled experiences that you're maybe used to having. We're trying to make those better.
Yes.
It's so exciting, this work.
So the reason this matters is because the #1 threat to your business is something that may not even be on your radar, and that's apathy. Customers who just don't care enough to care one way or the other. And oftentimes, apathy is a result of people using commodity factors to make a decision. What's the cheapest? What's the fastest? What's the closest to my house? And the reason they use these commodity factors is because they don't have anything else to make a decision on. There's not like a stake that you've put in the ground or a North Star leading your organization saying, this is what we are the best in the world at. And if you care about this thing, you want to work with us. Customer experience becomes the thing you're known for. It's a rallying cry for your team. It's a North Star to guide every decision that you make. And it is something that your customers will continue to come back and bring their friends if they know that you are the best in the world at. Customer experience is how you overpower apathy. It's how you make price irrelevant and how you turn customers into superfans.
It's so true, Brittany. I mean, really, customer experience can and should be at the heart of the organization. If we look at what a competitor can steal away from us, a product, a service, an innovation, a strategy, they can take that practically overnight and try to replicate that. What you can't do that with, at least not easily at all, is the customer experience. It's our galvanizer, it's our loyalty earner. When we have the type of focus to know we can't be all things to all people, when we know there's a group of customers out there that we can serve better than anybody else, and we earn the right to grow that group of customers by doing a great job with the ones that we have. That's the type of organization that's growing right now. When we look at the CX index, when we look at the simplicity index, we can see that those are the organizations that are growing in market share. So it's customer experience that does that for you. It's awesome. So Brittany, we just had this amazing conversation about how important CX is, but it's wild to me, would you believe it, that most organizations are actually really struggling to do this well?
I do believe it because I think one of the biggest mistakes that companies make is having too many silos in the organization. So everybody feels like they've got to be in their lane. I'm just sales, I'm just marketing, I'm just ops, I'm just accounting, I'm just IT. And because of that, very few, if any, executives have their eye on holistic customer and employee experience.
This is something that has to be done by the organization together, which is why it's so difficult for a lot of folks. And really, where it gets started, it's not the customer at all. It's your ability to actually serve one another inside the organization.
Absolutely.
And create the type of experience that can be given forth. In fact, I love Denise Leone when she says that the organization is giving you a gift that you have to pass on to your customer. And it's the only gift that you have to give. You can't give a gift that you don't have, because if you're trying, it's inauthentic. That's what leads to the burnout. That's what leads to that mentality of I'm just doing a job, and that's not a compelling experience.
Yeah, and it's so true. You have to model it inside the organization. So I've got 2 little ones, including a 3-year-old. Occasionally, the 3-year-old says something at preschool that we get a little note in the app about, and I'm like, and it's because he's repeating something that we said at home, or that Big Brother said, like he's modeling behavior that he sees. Yeah, I'm like, we were gonna say that came from brother, or like for a minute we were like, you're the children in the school. He's learning these words from what is happening. but they model what they see,
So
just like employees.
Yeah,
Your customer experience is never going to be better than your employee experience. You've got to treat your employees even better than you want them to treat your customers, because a disengaged employee is never going to create a customer who is engaged and cares about your brand.
I love that. So the work of CX begins in the house. The core values that you have, those need to come to life. A compelling customer experience starts with good, compelling, and unique core values that actually matter in the organization.
They've got to matter, and every employee has to understand their role. Every single employee has to know that they are, in many ways, the acting chief of experience for the brand. In any interaction with a customer, they are the ones who are controlling the reputation of the company. Your brand isn't your logo. It's the interaction that your employees have with your customers every single day.
I love it. You are the customer experience. Take pride in it, and let's make experiences that matter. Thank you so much, Brittany. Thanks, everybody. Love it.
Boom.
Boom.